Ms. Goka, thank you so much for sitting down with us. We're really excited to talk to you.
Thank you. I'm just thrilled that you're my two investigative reporters about to fire some questions at me that I may not be able to answer, but let's go.
All right. So do you have any advice for seniors that are about to go off to college?
You girls are perfect examples of this anyway, but embrace every opportunity that really comes your way. And you all have always done that anyway. Instead of being a couch potato, you know, on Saturdays you would be at school, you would be joining all sorts of organizations, and you would be taking a risk. And the reason why I say that is because when I started this school, I had to rely on all of my past experiences. You know, so what does a marching band look like? What does an art department look like? What does an English class should be? And so relying on all those past experiences that I may not have had, but observed, helped me in establishing a school. So you're going to have jobs, you're going to have a lot of jobs, and you're going to be very successful at all of them, but you're going to have to rely on what you've done before to form what you're going to make in decisions of taking the job and then, of course, mastering the jobs. So just take and seize every opportunity.
So you told us a really inspiring story about your family struggling to be accepted by the community because they were Japanese. How has that impacted the way that you approach life and the way that you've led at Ann Richards?
My father always said to me, there are 3 things that you have to do in life. Number 1, you have to take care of yourself. Number 2, you have to honor the family. And number 3, you have to take care of the underdogs. So with that kind of message given to me every day, all the time, and seeing what my mother went through and standing up to the racism in the neighborhood, it really formed me on education as a way to combat racisms, all the isms.
Did your parents, their care for education and showing you how important it was, did that lead you to pursue a career in education?
So the reason why I really pursued an actual job in education is because I had the worst English teacher in the world. And in Houston, at the time, there were un-air-conditioned schools. And I had this 3-story building, and I was on the 3rd floor. And my English teacher would always come in, and you kept her for the entire time you were in high school. She would come in late, and she would put the only 2 fans in the room on her. And then she would sit on the desk, and she would read the newspaper while we did the work. And it was all about straight rows and textbook work. And then you could hear her patting down her newspaper as the wind from the fans were blowing on her while the sweat was trickling down my back. So I thought at that point, I could do so much better than this. And that is the reason why I went to become an English teacher. Isn't it funny how sometimes the negatives can make it a positive? And so I owe it to her, Mrs. Leonard.
So what were some of the challenges you faced when you were developing Ann Richards?
There were a lot of challenges, and I don't want you to feel insecure that I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I kind of didn't know what I was doing. Mainly, I think it was a lot of naysayers who did not want to invest in the idea of having a single gender school. You know, and I remember the gist of it being, you know, why should my tax dollars go to an all-girls school? And so I knew that there was negative publicity out there against this opportunity for girls. And that was always back here because I knew we had to show them. I knew we had to show them that we were worth their tax dollars. And we did.
So while creating the school, we knew that some of your input ranged from no sodas on campus, weekly yoga sessions, not a single individual desk in the classroom. Can you talk about that culture a little bit?
This job was the job of a lifetime of knowing what I thought we should do and having the research that would back up more innovative teaching. The teachers that I hired were really risk takers. And so they were eager to break that mold with me. Lucky me, right?
Well, it feels like you're close to every single faculty member, staff member, parent, supporter of Ann Richards. How do you get to know and understand everyone so personally?
My big goal is to have relationships with everyone. I want to be able to talk to everyone and build that trust and that confidence. Because here's the deal: once I build a relationship with anybody, I can tell you both good and bad news, and you'll listen. And you'll know that it's coming because I care about you, and it's also coming because we have a trust and a confidence. But you can also tell me the bad news and the good news, and I'll grow from that.
What are your plans for retirement?
My plans are I'm going to travel, and then I'm going to come back and figure out what to do next. But the Amateur School, in my heart, will always be there.
It's great to talk to you.
Thank you.
Such inspiring story.
Oh, well, remember, you're going to come back and be, things like Nobel Prize winners and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to make your mark. And when I say our girls will change the world, I look at you all with just complete confidence that that is what's going to happen. Once we turn over the power to you all, it's going to be better. I know that. Thank you.
Thank you.